Yeah, hello and welcome to yet another session of some Blitz games. I think we're going to go Blitz games, right? Yeah, could okay, why not? I could do one of those classical games like 15 plus 15, like, and let's do that. Why not? Let's do something relaxing. It's immensely hot. This team, wow, immensely hot. Is that actually a valid expression? Probably not. Yeah, but I think you're getting the point. If I'm not actually getting a game with this time control, and I have to reconsider. I give it a moment. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, now I get one. Against Putinu with the black pieces. So, my rating here is kind of provisional here with the question mark. Is he playing actually? Look like it. I mean, you have 20 something seconds for the first move, and even does not actually start the clock, so yeah, that's kind of a non. Now he plays. Crazy. Okay, so let's play c5, inviting a Sicilian. This is probably not going to hit. It is happening. Okay, interesting. Okay, so the open Sicilian. Yeah, of course I'm going to go for the Sveshnikov. Did not study it and write this course, the Fight Like Magnus course, and then I'm not playing it. It's not happening. Okay, so let's see what line he's going for. The currently fashionable knight d5. He's taking quite a bit of time for basically forced and obvious moves. Like e takes d5. If you're playing this variation, you kind of can pre-move that. But okay, maybe he's just taking long time because he's got time. 15 plus 15 is a very yeah, that's a reasonably long time control. Yeah, you can really think about this for a moment. In particular, the 15 seconds. That's really a lot. Yeah, you see that I started with 15 and I've gotten a good chunk of additional time because I was able to play almost instantly. Of course, this is all well known theoretically. Yeah, white will probably castle now. There's very little point in playing something else. Sometimes white has the idea to play the move c5, intending to answer the capture with d6. Okay, it's taking a long time to come up with queen h5. That is a somewhat surprising move because I have g6, which is a reasonable reply, and even f5, and I think I'm going f5 because f5 is part of my strategic program, let's say, anyway. And with g6 this is not so clear if this is something that I want to do for sure. Okay, so he went f3. Yeah, that's really a bit odd to play the queen out to h5 and then continue with f3. This is stopping the e-pawn, but it definitely also has some drawbacks. One drawback is the weakening of the dark squares. In particular, here, those squares, f2 and e3, they are severely weakened. An idea that I'm wondering about is to place the queen to b6. On b6. 2b6 is very weird English. Oh. Yeah, the immediate queen b6, he might have a4, a5. Oh. I'm really interested in preventing him from castling. The move queen b6 is really quite annoying. I just wonder about the timing. Now queen b6, I think a4, a5 could be. Yeah, but even then, yeah, I've. Okay, so a4 looks annoying. a4, a5. I can go to c5, but somehow this doesn't feel quite right. There also is wait, queen b6, a4. I can play a5 actually. And then knight a6, bishop d7. Yes, that's better. Let's do this. One idea that white maybe has is g4 in this kind of position. The idea, of course, is I cannot take because I'm getting mated on h7. Yeah, like, yeah, so he's going for this. Now I cannot take on g4. Let me do this. Because bishop h7 leads to mate. Bishop h7, king h8, bishop g6 check is mate. However, it's hard to believe that this approach here can work because I have the move e4. And this is the kind of thing that in a blitz game I would have already put it on the board. It must be the right move somehow. Yeah, let's do it. If this is not right, something is really off here. So f takes, and now I could take on g4 and e4, but e4 is with the tempo. So I take it on e4 and then queen f2 check. This is the thing. My queen on b6 is yeah, is well placed. Still, I have the check on f2, king d1, and what next? This is really not totally obvious to me. Tja, I have this check, but what to do after it? It's a little bit pointless to spend time on this because I have to play this anyway, more or less. Now, what now? So I can give this check, and this is probably going to be right. Yeah. Is it possible that I have something else? Like on g6, white can simply take on g6. This is, of course, a problem here. So let's do this first. And now think about this. There are a couple of very interesting points here. One is that after g6, bishop takes g6, I have queen f3 check. This is quite important. I'm not certain that it helps all that much. He goes king c2. I don't really have a good reply. Yeah, h6. He's got queen g6, which is not that much of a threat. I have rook f6, for example. I'm not immediately losing. So very strange, this whole thing. Huh. I kind of basically relied on I just hoped, let's say, that I've got something now, and I currently don't see anything good. I mean, g6 takes on g6 is a draw, which is not great. I don't want to draw. Yeah. But I don't quite see how to avoid it. That is the h6 looks immensely risky. It's not even clear that I have a good reply against bishop takes h6. Oh, amazing. Yeah, g6 bishop takes queen f3, but king c2. There's just nothing. I can go to e2. I will check on e2, and I just don't have anything there. As remarkable as it sounds. Yeah, I don't see anything good here. g6 bishop takes. I mean, I might even lose this, right? He's got queen h5 check in this sequence. Yeah, I think I have to do this. I mean, it's kind of not exactly what I wanted to do, but so I check on f4. Is there f3? Is there anything that I can do? Just don't see it. Yeah, I wonder if there's some win offering me a draw. Yeah, this is impossible to refuse. That was an odd game. Yeah, but I don't think I could actually deviate. Yeah, that it's very strange actually. So after g4, I mean, it just seems to be losing, but I didn't see how. So it seems like a6 is basically winning. So the reason is probably that I have something good here. Yeah, now queen d4 is very strong. That's something. Yeah, okay. Or e4 now. And then insert this one. Yeah, it's really not possible that g4 can be good. That just doesn't really do. Just doesn't really should work. So e4, and in fact the problem is that I played f takes e4 much too quickly. I should play a6 first. Okay. Yeah. And then something like this, I have g6, and then I can take here, intending this one. So it's really the case. I kind of, yeah, trusted my intuition that I have something here. In fact, I don't. I just don't. And here I basically have to go for this, as h6, bishop takes h6 is completely devastating. That can't work. I looked at this, but I couldn't really make it work. If you check queen b2, I think even bishop h7 works, right? Yeah, I saw that line. Yeah, this is the thing. And wow, you can go here, but that also won't work. Yeah, probably due to this. There are many ways to lose this, so I have to, with g6, I basically have to pull the plug. You can actually think about white trying to play for a win here. Maybe there is something that he can try. The engine doesn't show any win, like a straightforward win. But bishop d2, something like this, to play knight d7. Yeah, this is still a game. Yeah? I mean, I understand that he is happy with the draw, being 400 points, the underdog, but white could have continued for sure. It's not clear that I'm better here or anything. Yeah, the engine actually evaluates this as a roughly equal position. Okay, that was interesting. Bit of a short game, but it had interesting content nevertheless. So, yeah, maybe a 5+3 if we can get it. Yeah, this E form, F, E, F, E, I played this too quickly. I simply relied on my feeling that I would find something, that something is there, but there just wasn't anything. Okay, seems difficult, yeah. But okay, we had a longer game already. Maybe we can get a 3+2. Maria Yakimova. Is that actually a real person? Like, it's obviously a real person, but I mean, this is the right name. Okay, so we got a Catalan attempt. Yeah, I've tried many things here. Let's take. This is a solid approach. Very actively played with knight c3. I would assume that I can take this now because there is no way to get c4 back quickly, but white doesn't care. She just plays it in gambit style. Okay. Yeah, that is certainly possible. My dark squares are weak, but I have the pawn. Trying to play a quick c5 here. Yeah, I think b4 seems good. I can play bishop a6 here always to cover the pawn. In fact, this is even giving my bishop some relatively active square. Bishop a6 and potentially c3. Yeah, I think this looks quite okay actually. What is white's brilliant idea here? I don't quite see it. You can play c5 here even, trying to get rid of this pawn. Yeah, it's what you want to do, so let's play the move. One interesting point is that this, I thought, isn't good due to c3, but white did not address this, so I'm playing c3. I don't want to give up the pawn anyway, and why not push it forward? Yeah, I think pawn takes. Yeah, establish the pawn on c3. Looks good. And honestly, I don't see what white has in this position for a pawn. So let's go rook b2. I also had knight b4, but couldn't quite. Ah yeah, okay. So after the capture, he wants to go knight d4, I guess. You can play rook b2 also. Yeah, okay, this is not a bad one. Okay, still there is rook rook b2 or knight d3. Knight d3 more or less forces the exchange sacrifice. But he has, or she has, knight c6 to get it back. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to spend more time. Let's do this. Okay, I thought you should just okay, well, this is possible, of course. This is not bad actually. Okay, so take this first, and then I'm taking this one. And now knight c6. This is interesting because it is not completely obvious where I should be going. Queen d7 or c7. Unfortunately, after knight takes, I can also go to g5. g5, interesting. But there is f4. Yeah, that doesn't really help. Okay, so let's do this. There are some interesting tactical points here in this position. One thing is that after knight b8, I just recognize that I have the move bishop c4. And then potentially, okay, isn't that good? 4, queen takes e6, and check on d1. I'm too slow. This is passive, but I just had this sound that the time is running low, and this caused me to panic a little bit. I just recognized, okay, let's play a move now, and better do it fast. Yeah, it's not ideal, but again, you have to sometimes just make a move. She can take on c4, take an f6 now, which is for sure reasonable. Okay. Not sure why queen b2 was played, but I'm going to make sure to keep the pawn. I'm in exchange up. I mean, she doesn't even have a pawn. Yeah, and the knight is not very dangerous. In fact, just as I mentioned this, I run into this friggin' fork. Okay. Yeah, it's still pretty drawish. Yeah, it is very drawish. Not happy about this. I should win. I should have won this game. I was pretty much completely winning. Not difficult actually. But I somehow also spent too much time there. Yeah, it's pretty much a draw no matter what. Yeah, don't take this. I had a very similar end game a bit some days ago. It's just a complete draw. Unfortunately, in some way, I would have liked to do more in this game, but wasn't quite possible. I mean, it was possible, but I didn't manage. Is what I'm trying to say. That's a bit annoying, actually. Okay, so I'm giving this up. Still a draw. Yeah, that was not really a game that I like. It's so entirely unnecessary to get into something like this. Yes, she's going rook g6 there. It's really not much happening. And fortunately, there's very little that white can do wrong. It's just like white can continue this forever and ever. Yeah, it would have been good not to give up the a pawn, but sometimes it's unavoidable in such a scenario. I wonder if I'm screwing this up. I'm not doing this really well. I think I could have been much more precise there. Yeah, king, yeah, it's still a draw, I think. But it's getting a bit annoying. Not sure that I had to do the king walk. I think she basically has trapped her own rook there. Yeah, now I can draw by simply taking. Yeah, not so happy here. I should just win the game based on the way it went, but yeah, sometimes doesn't work out as you want it to unfold, just not precise enough. Yeah, play a rematch. Yeah, this line is not very popular for black. The reason is that, or the reason is that it is pretty dangerous for black. This is one of the lines that can easily lead to early disasters. We'll see how it unfolds. The problem here is very much tactical, as this is never going to work. Or I mean, it you can play it, but it's just not good because of this idea. Now after a knight move, I have queen a4 and pick up the knight. So white is getting good pieces. This I can hardly believe long term that this would work. Now my threat is knight e5. That would win immediately here. Okay, so she prevented this one. How to do this? Yeah, maybe go for quick development. Yeah, white's development here is pretty strong. Okay, yeah, maybe just knight to c4 or to e4 maybe. Oh. It's hard to believe that you can play all that. Knight c4, I don't quite see a punishment, a real decisive punishment. Okay. Wow. That is possible? Okay. Yeah, I have to make sure that I'm just not losing on time, because I feel like every move I should have something that kills black. And then you just lose on time. It can happen. Okay, now knight e4. This is really possible, huh? Shouldn't there be some kind of tactic that kills black, like on d6 or something? Doesn't seem to be the case. Sometimes chess is a strange game. I wanted to go to d1. I hope that was a mouse slip, maybe not a fatal one. Oh wow. If I'm not winning this game, I'm going to be really annoyed. Like f5? You're serious? How can that ever work? Okay, now. Just queen f3. It doesn't look completely winning. I'm probably missing stuff all over the place here in this game. f4, knight e4 looks terrible for black, but it doesn't look like the best. It still feels like black is somehow in the game, which is kind of amazing. Yeah. I don't see how she keeps d6, but the bishop on g5 is of course also a little bit loose. Still, yeah, take d6. Even with the tempo, okay. Yeah, but that's just one single check on h2. And I have queen e6, queen f5, and so on. The rook cannot take due to queen c8 mate. So probably the game will ultimately end in my favor, but you never know. She played so many shocking moves to me. Yeah, there might be another shock in store for me. Okay, yeah, queen f5. Do I have something better here? Yeah, another check. It's not clear how I'm winning here, right? No, I don't. I don't see a flat out win, amazingly. This and here, maybe this one. For bishop f5. That looks good. So bishop f5. How can that not be made? It's really so crazy. I just need the rook on the h file, for Christ's sake, and I don't see how I get there. It's really amazing. Don't see a move. Jesus. This is just a blunder, right? Ah, come on. Maybe it will still work somehow. Only got a couple of seconds. Seven seconds. Yeah, I blundered this friggin' game. I cannot believe it. This is just a joke of a game. My queen is hanging. I completely lost the plot here. Am I winning on time? It's just I blundered the queen. Yeah, this is just the oddest game, man. I mean, I was so much winning and I couldn't figure it out. I mean, I actually wondered about the opening that black somehow was still in the game. I'm probably just playing this like a complete moron. So yeah, g5 was maybe stronger, but still I cannot believe this at all. I mean, not at all. h5 is incredible. Like you have no development, nothing, and you play h5. And okay, it is like +3, but you still have to do it. Queen a4. Yeah, probably for a quick attack on c6, like knight e5 stuff. But there are many moves that win, but not the one that I played. And f5 is crazy. It's crazy, and I'm just too stupid to refute it. Yeah. I mean, okay, my +4 looks kind of good, but I'm just not able to win this game. It's crazy. So this, and now knight g3 +20. For bishop e4. Yeah, that's not exactly difficult. But okay, this is probably also plus a lot. I couldn't get it to work, yeah. Crazy. So knight f7. I completely lost the plot here with the clock ticking down. Yeah, knight f6 is just ridiculous. But I didn't see anything. I mean, I was just like stunned here. So I can take c6. So yeah, it's kind of anything wins, just not this. And then yeah, all hell breaks loose, and I still win with bishop f8 because my queen is actually covered. I mean, okay, I didn't see anything there, just nothing. Bishop g5 wins. Yeah, this was the most awful game that you can imagine. I'm actually surprised if you look at the eval that it's not like -1,000,000 after all the double question mark moves that I played. But yeah, I blundered the queen just for mate in 2, and then she overstepped the time. That was crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't find anything reasonable in that time scramble. Okay, one more game, I guess. Hopefully a better one than this one. So how can I get into this time pressure? Yeah, it's sometimes if there are so many crazy moves played, you think like, okay, come on, this must be over immediately, and then you look at this and you don't see anything. Sometimes you just have to make this decision to just play quickly and just say, okay, yeah, opponent is playing some nonsense anyway, just play quickly and see that you don't overstep the time. And because you won't predict the move anyway. Yeah, that sometimes is just the case. So a bit of a weird setup here by black, combination of a Catalan and a Grunfeld. Not something you see every day. Yeah, I'm just going to try to develop in a straightforward way. Knight b6 maybe for black looks good, forcing a commitment. Yeah, but b6, yeah, black can play many things. Yeah, this is not one of the lines that I had expected. Here black will have to still work a bit to get the c8 bishop to good use. Yes, you can play bishop can play b6 and bishop b7, but this is still probably going to be a bit of a weakness on c6. Yeah, it's still playable. Black is still quite solid. Okay. So let's. I don't want a double pawn on the b file here, not under these circumstances. So knight d2, and opening up the diagonal is probably not such a bad idea anyway. With queen b6, at least the move b6 is outside. It's out of the picture. And again, b6 c5 is not easy to play now. So b6, but c5, not easy. Okay, the knight on b3 is not super useful. It does stop, or it helps to stop c5, but still I need to probably reposition this piece. Let's go for knight c4, possibly knight e5 or knight d6. To this. Bishop f8. Yeah, prepare c5. That's what you want to do here. It's taking a bit of time though. Yeah, now the move b4. This is always a tough decision if you should play this or not, because it sometimes runs into a5 and all of a sudden the dark squared bishop that black has turns into a very strong piece. It's a tough one, tough decision. I think I'm doubling on the c file. I mean, I have to be a bit aware of tactics here. Okay, now there are no unprotected rooks. Sometimes there are tactics like on DNC file when to move like rook c2, but not now. The idea now is to go knight e5. Yeah, that was kind of predictable by now that he would do that. Now, where do we go? d2 is the most obvious square. Still connecting to the e5 square. The move b4 gets a little bit more interesting now, I think. b4, c5, I can take and play knight. No knight a5. Okay, so play the normal move. Okay, let's do this now. Okay, knight e5. Simply attacking c6. There is no king d6, right? Knight f7. It seems a bit annoying then. What is he playing then? Rook d6? b5? Or am I pulling the trigger too early? I don't think I am. c5 loses a pawn and taking loses a piece. And I don't see any tactic here, like something on the back rank or something like that. I don't see anything. I don't. And today is just nothing, I think, available. Okay, yeah, let's just put it back. Knight c4 is a huge threat. Oh, okay. And I think knight e5 looks good. It's a check, and trading more here is really helpful. What is the technically best way to play? Yeah, just take away all the squares for the knight. We're making some headway here. If I take it and rook d4, this is probably fairly easy. Everything is protected, and I can now simply march the king to b4 and get the protected or get the pass pawn, not protected, here on the queen side. I can now give up the exchange. I just wonder if there's any breakthrough idea. I'm quicker though. e6, like f4 takes d4. Yeah, I'm just a lot quicker there. Always have to think about this, because you just win by just not sacrificing. So always be careful, things like that. If you know you're going to win very easily without anything fancy, just do it. But this just wins by mate. Yeah, tough game somehow. I defended this quite well, I think. Okay, now oh, he's not available. I would have gone for a rematch. So one more game, I guess, for this session. Leka. Wow, that's a complicated one. Maybe c4. Okay. It's a bit. It's an uncommon move order, let's say, that black is going for here. White has a couple of options. I'm going to try something with b3. The setup has become a little bit more popular in recent times. Okay, I don't mind that. e3 I want to play anyway, so not sure that this helped black. So I'm getting basically 2 tempi for nothing. Is he just giving me the bishop here? Probably. Oh, nice. I don't mind that. What? How does that work? So I'll take it. E4? Yeah, I'm not going to just give back a pawn there. It's a very odd game by black. Has to go knight a6. You cannot sacrifice a piece in this position. That would be really strange. Yeah, and I'm grabbing this pawn. Yeah, I'm a pawn up. E5 maybe was possible. Okay, he stops it, but it's not a problem. I still have a great position. Maybe I should have played e5, because that was a kind of a one-time opportunity. How do we win this position? Probably, yeah, I have to think about this for a moment. I think I'm going to reposition this to e3, rook b1, play for b4. This looks good. I mean, I'm just a pawn up, or not much. Black is probably going for knight to d4, right? I have the idea to play f4, but this has to be well prepared. Okay, I'm not unhappy about this, because with the c5 pawn out of the way, there's just a higher probability to play d4 at some stage. Yeah, probably he will just play knight d4 and I never get there. Interesting. Okay, this is also possible. Let's do it. Yeah, this I can just take. Knight c7 was necessary. Bit of an odd game. So one more. We can do one more. Make it a good hour in this video. Still have some tea left. Amazingly, it's still somewhat hard. UST Ust Cayman. Okay, I've got white, so I should play actually. Yeah, good line for black. Getting the yeah, grabbing the pawn. And now this, I'm a bit skeptical about bishop d7 and bishop c6, because white has good chances here to occupy the center, and black has very little to show for that. Yeah, the c-pawn here is blocked. It's not involved in the central struggle. And if I manage to play, interesting, if I manage to play d4 and e4, I'm definitely better. Huh, interesting move. Yeah, come on. It's no use to spend even more time. Yeah, a5 is a move that I sometimes call like a whatever move. When you're faced with the move like that, you say, okay, whatever, let's just play. Okay, now is there a way to punish black here with this odd configuration somehow? His next move could be b6. I wonder if I have a way to address this. One possibility is e5, of course. Let's do this. That gains a lot of space, and I have knight g5 in some cases, in particular against b6. Knight g5 is going to be a pretty awkward move to face. And it's not bad anyway, establishing this huge pawn chain. The pawn on e5 is in particular looking at d6 and f6, limiting black severely. What is he doing here? I can try to blockade with bishop d5 or bishop b5. Okay, so probably need this for rook e4, g4 later. Wow. He really thinks that he's got all the time in the world. Maybe this is right, but it would be a bit surprising. Okay, I'm going for this. Simply intending queen c1 and smash on h6. I think knight d5, I just go back to d2 and I'm happy about it. I also, of course, have this knight h2 g4 idea, like this. But I don't want the trade on g2. So I just won a tempo here, right? If I go queen c1, he's going to play king h7. That much is clear. Okay, I'm going to fix this pawn. Now, how do we do this? Queen c1, king h7. I don't really have a good answer to that. Yeah, I mean, I like my position, but I don't see anything fantastic that I can do. This is just a small improvement idea. Okay. Far too slow, actually. Far too slow. This is also not great. Oh, interesting. Interesting way, how he stopped any sacrifice. Okay. There's still some danger here for Black's king. It's not going to be super easy. King g6, I have the check on h6. And he cannot go to f5 due to f3, but let's see, at least I'm not easily losing on time. That's good to see. So he's giving me this one. Always tricky here, yeah, with the checkmates. Rook c3, rook g8 is mate. Oh, that's mate. Variation of the Arabian mate, my favorite mate. Cannot stop rook e8. So I'm not happy with this. I think I should have gotten something real out of the position and not this kind of whatever, more or less random win. At the very beginning, that was certainly a very good opening position. So yeah, I'm sorry, I don't want to do a rematch at this moment. Yeah, something like this looks pretty nice. Okay, the engine thinks black is completely fine. Interesting. So queen d7. Rook d8, bishop d5, queen c6. Yeah, that's definitely an idea. Yeah, and I mean, I didn't find anything, you know. I'm still surprised that the engine says black is better, but I'm just a natural optimist. Rook e2 was kind of saying, okay, I have no clue what I'm doing here. And by now here, this is definitely fine for black. 5. And yeah, I just didn't know what to do. This was certainly all fine. You can probably improve this for black, but I don't think he did anything wrong. I'm fairly sure queen g5 wasn't best. Yeah, and this is confirmed by the engine. It wants to play queen d5 and just continue. And this is, I think, giving me a bit of hope at least. Yeah, even though still black is fine. This. Wow, even this is a huge advantage. Okay, I thought that maybe I have enough counterplay here, but it's absolutely not the case. Knight e4 just wins. Okay, yeah, probably because he will take c3 and then a2 and everything is kind of falling apart, right? Yeah, so this is winning pretty easily. One thing that I saw, of course, is this. Yeah, which should win. Not so clear actually after knight e4. But okay. Yeah, but knight e4 does win pretty convincingly. Yeah, I got nothing. Yeah, I can play something like this, and this is just not dangerous. He's just not going into. And now this is just winning. Yeah. So that was a very, very lucky break. Here I am actually okay, yeah. Somewhat okay, at least, yeah. 0.3 for black doesn't feel like I'm losing. Yeah, I did not find the right approach to this position. Maybe I should not play e5, given how the game went. That seems to be the case, yeah. And the engine is also confirming that I should not do that. Of course, you can just play like rook b1, rook e1, c4. I just thought that e5 could be an interesting attacking idea. I was clearly too much focused on b6, which is rubbish because I have knight g5. I prevented that move, but he does not need to play b6 in this position, of course, and particularly not after e5. If I go c4, he kind of has to play b6 at some point, yeah, just to get bishop b7 and potentially c5 in. But I should just do this, just play c4 and say, okay, I've got this, what do you have? Yeah, that was a pretty bad strategic decision to play e5. That is giving up basically the whole advantage. Yeah, interesting fact. Of course I was aware that I'm giving up squares, but I thought with e5 and this kind of play would be dangerous, but it wasn't. Okay guys, thanks for watching.